Good evening, I'm Jeff Koinange, and this is Jeff Koinange live on the road for the very first time, taking the bench on the road on Inspiration Thursday. And believe it or not, we found a bench at Pwani University here in Kilifi County. It's a pretty rough bench, but you know what? A bench is a bench. And so the show goes on tonight, celebrating living legends. And when the name Sal Davis comes up, there is no better living legend than Sal, because this man, for one, he was there at Independence performing on December the 12th, 1963. Later on, he had his own club in town. He called it Sal Davis Night Spot. You know where Florida was, on Koinange Street? That was Sal's place. Everybody used to show up. He'll tell us about it. He has performed with the likes of Miriam Makeba, Harry Belafonte, and yes, indeed, Sammy Davis Jr. How about that? Today, still singing at the age of 73. Talk about walking on. That is our guest tonight. Sal Davis, the living legend. Sal, my man.
Thank you very much, my man. That was the introduction you gave me.
That was the intro, man. That was the intro.
God. Listen, I can walk away now and go home with that kind of an introduction, man. I don't need anything else, but no, I did say that before.
You are a living legend, Sal.
Well, I may be living, but about the legend, I don't know. I mean, you know.
Without a doubt.
But I'll take it from you.
But you know what? The good thing about you is, and we'll talk about local musicians a little later on, Sal, because maybe they're not aggressive enough, because you went out to look for your thing. You weren't afraid to look for what your talent was and profit from it. Maybe we're not as aggressive enough today, but we'll talk about that in a moment. Take me back, Sal. So, how did you break into the business?
No, but you know, it's unfair to say that, because I didn't go to England to sing. I mean, a lot of people who know me know about my story. I went to England to go to school. My father was well off, you know, and he decided, I was 15 at the time, decided to send me to England to school. So I went to do my O-levels and A-levels. Then I was supposed to do law. I mean, you know, people know about me. They know that's the case. So when you say that the musicians have not gone out, they have not had the same opportunities. Now, I didn't go there to sing, I can tell you that. I went to England to study, naturally. But when I got there, then that was the time that I felt I had a little bit of talent. Maybe I could do something with it.
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
But you seized the moment, Sal?
Yeah, well, you have to do that, and you have to accept that you're going to get into a lot of problems. Problems in a sense where when you're starting, you don't know what you're doing, and the agents or the managers won't hire you in the clubs because you're not good enough. So you have to learn the trade. And I've been telling that to everybody. I even tell that to my daughter, Maya. I say, the trade, you must learn. You don't learn the trade, you're never going to be successful. You can't just come up and stand and go, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You have to learn the trade. This is a trade like any other. You go to school. I went to school to learn how to breathe. You got to be able to breathe, because you breathe from your diaphragm. You don't breathe from here. So if I say to you, you can look at if I say to you, hello, Jeff, now, I've got full of air here. I can stay as long as I want with that air there. It's full. My diaphragm is full of air. So then slowly it goes off. That means you don't have to sing right in the middle of the song and you can't breathe. Because, you know, you got to be able to go on. So it's unfair to say that I seized the moment. I did. I seized the moment.
You did, because Sal, you told me once when you went for that audition. Remember that audition?
Yeah, because put it this way, if you're a black guy and you go to an audition with 2 or 3 other white boys, you won't get the job if you just sing. You understand? Now, I had to learn to be able to tell jokes, to be able to do impressions, to be able to dance a bit, you know, in those days, not now. Don't look at me now, because now I can't dance, nor can I move around that much. But in those days, I used to be able to do that. So the point is, you have to learn the trade.
So take me to that first audition, remember?
Yeah, I went for the audition first time, and things were not so bad, but they were not good. And the manager says to me, "Kid, don't call us, we'll call you."
What did you sing that day? Do you remember?
See, my mentor, the guy I loved so much, was Nat King Cole. And I think I said, sang like, "When I fall in love, it'll be for..." So the manager said, hey, you're not Nat King Cole, man. Come back when you're ready to sing. So I had to leave. But then when I went back again, now I was a different guy in a year. I'd learned the trade, I'd learned the trade. So I said, "What do you do, kid?" I said, "I sing, I dance, I tell jokes, I do impressions." "Yeah? All right." So the other guys just sang. And you know, I got the job.
So you did all that? You did all those 4 things?
I did all those things. Impressions, jokes. I had to learn, take records of people who told jokes. And I learned, because telling jokes, you got to know the punchlines. You know,
yeah.
If you just say, like, you know, I saw a man the other day, and he was sitting on a bench, and the policeman came up. Nobody listens. You got to tell a joke to get to a place where there's a punchline.
Did you make the people laugh that day?
Oh, what? I became good. He's a kid from Kibokoni in Mombasa, man. You know, all the way to London, and I'm singing. I mean, you know, and I'm telling jokes. They don't know. They thought I was American. You know, every place where I went, and I'm not lying to you, Jeff.
Yeah.
And I perform a lot for the American bases.
Oh,
in
the
Germany.
Soldiers, yeah.
Yeah, I perform a lot for the American bases.
Like Bob Hope.
Yeah, Bob Hope went for the bases where there were wars. No, I just perform in Germany. They have American bases.
Right.
So you travel, and they never believed that I was from Kenya.
Come on.
I tell them. I say, "Ladies and gentlemen, I'm from Africa." You know. So when I finish, the guys come to me and say, "Hey, man, where you from?" "The world." The world, to a black man, is America.
Mm-hmm.
So you say, no, man, I'm not from America, man. Yeah, man. You know, I said, I'm from Africa. Yeah, man, we all from Africa. But which part of the world are you from? So I figured, I've got to come up and say.
Yeah.
I said, look, I'm from Philadelphia. Now you're talking. You're from Philly. I said, yeah, I'm from Philly, man. So that was it. He believed that I was an American. I was not an African or Kenyan or anything.
What would you sing for the soldiers? What would you sing?
Oh, I do a whole show. You see, a show.
Sing something for us, man. That's what I'm trying to. I'm begging you, man.
No, you don't need to beg. I'm here on your show. I'll do what you say. You're the boss.
Sing me a song.
But no, let me tell you. With the American bases, they do a show around you. You become a singer, a host of the show. I'll come out and do 2 songs. You know, I would say I can't remember now, but I would say like, "Baby, what I say now," and I would sing a song. Then I would do another song. Then I would bring in a girl singer, or there would be what do you call the guys who perform?
Jugglers
and all that.
Yeah.
Then a girl singer. I'd come back and do a song or 2 songs. Then a girl singer. Then I'd close the show. You understand? So the show was revolved an hour around me. So I mean, and I was doing well. I was learning the trade.
They liked you.
Oh, what? I did so well because I was noise. I made noises. It wasn't a kind of a night and day you are the one. No. I was a noise. You know, noise.
Yeah.
And that's what the Americans love in the bases. See, bases have 3 things. They have EM clubs, NCOs, and the officers' clubs. Now, everywhere you go, you got to learn what to do. You can't go to the officers' club and do an EM's show. Won't work, because those are rough guys.
Yeah.
The officers are officers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The NCOs are NCOs. There's a non-commissioned officers.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So, I mean, but in the meantime, you're learning the trade all the time. So that's the whole idea.
And that was the trick. All right, take me back to independence, 1963.
Well, independence, it was purely Tom Mboya, the late Tom Mboya. He came to London and he said to me, "Sal, I want to invite you for he was the chairman of the independence festivities. He was the boss. He was staying at the Cumberland Hotel there in Marble Arch, and I went to see him. And he said, Sal, I want to invite you to Independence, but there's a catch. I said, what's the catch, Tom? He said, I want you to write a song for me. I said, that's all? I said, that's all. I came up with Ayaya Uhuru, Ayaya Kenyatta, Kenya ni Kenya uhuru tumepata, mambo yatakwenda bila shaka. Kenya uhuru tumepata, mambo yatakwenda bila shaka. Ayaya uhuru, ayaya Kenyatta. So that's a song I came up with.
Wow.
And he was devastated. Because before he left London, I'd gone back to the Cumberland Hotel with a song, and I sang it for him.
Wow.
He said, listen, you'll be on the plane. I leave your ticket, first class ticket, blah, blah, blah. And he brought me, and he put me in the Norfolk. We were there, although there was Belafonte, myself, Sidney Poitier was there, and Miriam Makeba. Miriam Makeba was at the, I think stayed at the Stanley, wasn't there, but we became friends. And I remember saying to the president when I had lunch with him, I said,
which president? Okay.
Not at that time.
All right.
Come on now.
But did you meet,
did
you meet Kenyatta one then?
Oh yeah, not once, not twice. I met Kenyatta more times than I've met Uhuru, put it that way.
Come on.
Yeah, of course.
Kenyatta
was a different kind of...
Would you perform for him?
At the Civic Ball. There was a civic ball at the City Council.
Yeah, City Hall.
Yeah, City Hall. Yeah, City Hall. I performed there, and I sang that song, Uhuru. Then, another time, there was a Kenyatta Day. So I had to write another song for Kenyatta. I wrote a song, Kenyatta we, ndiye baba wa taifa Kenyatta we, ndiye baba wa taifa sisi hatuna mwinginewe ila Kenyatta we, Kenyatta ndiye baba wa taifa. And they were playing that song every time Kenyatta's Day came along.
Is that right?
Now I think they're not playing it anymore. I don't know if the Kenyatta Day is there.
They changed the day.
I don't know.
They call it Mashujaa.
Mashujaa. Oh, that's the one I was there.
You were there?
Yeah, I was there.
You were there last year?
Ooh, I was there last year, my God.
What happened, Sal? What happened on Mashujaa Day?
I tell you, I'm not going to talk badly about anybody, but please, man, I was there for that. You know, I call people their dictators, you know.
Yeah.
And I didn't mean it in that way, because there was a guy there called Wanjohi and Thuku. They were responsible for those things. I knew nothing about it. They called me, and I said, okay. I didn't want to do it first, because the time was short.
Yeah.
They called me on a Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday was the show. I said, what do you? I said, no, don't worry. We know what to do. Okay, if you know what to do, okay. They sent me a ticket. I went to Nairobi, and they told me what they want to do. They're going to put a song, and I'm going to do a playback on the song.
Right.
I have never done that before.
Yeah.
I have never in my entire life done a play. I would rather do a live show. I can sing, you know, I open a fridge, my fridge, the light comes on, I sing. Hey, steaks, hello, eggs, hello, bread. You know, I'm singing, you understand? So why should I do a chord playback? But anyway, I accepted. Then they told me that His Excellency, the President, will be there. Wonderful. I'm so happy. So the day of the show, I said to the guys, I said, listen, please, allow me to say one or two words. It's important for me.
Yeah.
I'm an old guy, you know, so give me this little prestige for me to say something to Uhuru. I mean, please. So they kept quiet, but they knew exactly what they're going to do. So when I get there, where the microphone was, Your Excellency, they cut the bloody mic. Live. So I walked off. I told them I'm not going to do a show. I don't want. What they're going to do to me? They're going to put me in jail. What they're going to do to me? So I walked off. But Uhuru, the president, asked, what's wrong? Why is Sal David? They said, well, he wanted to say a few words, but they refused him. I said, let him say whatever he wants. Let him say. So they called me back, and I nearly removed my clothes and...
Really? You're going to storm off?
Yeah, storm off. I mean, you know, I'm an old guy. At this age, what do I need in life, really?
Yeah.
But anyway, I went back, and I told him, I said, Your Excellency, I wanted to say a few words. And the few words that I wanted to say is that 50 years ago, I performed for your father at the Civic Ball. 50 years later, I'm performing for you here. Don't you think that's something unique? The whole of the stadium erupted. He himself, Uhuru, was excited about the situation.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something good. It's nothing bad. I mean, you know, I'm a Kenyan. You know,
Did you sing after that?
Yeah, I sang.
What do you sing?
Makini, Makini, Makini. They chose the good song, but I didn't know. But it's okay.
Yeah.
The song was good, and I wrote it. It's my song, and I sang it 30 years ago.
It was a big hit, wasn't it?
It was a very big hit for me.
Yeah.
Very big hit for
Yeah.
me. But anyway, that was it. Then I was supposed to be invited for 50 years anniversary.
Right.
I never got an invitation.
December 12th. You didn't get that one.
No,
Maybe it's still in the mail.
They said they may be still in the mail. It's in the mail.
But that same day, the president invited you to lunch, didn't he?
He did. He
What's
did.
your job
I
then?
didn't know. We were going to the State House to have lunch because, you know, at State House, I'm sure you know, is that tables are all marked A, B, C, D, whatever.
I would know.
We were, yeah, you know, you know. I was on a D. You understand? So then I was going to my D table. I was walking to the D table.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the guy comes to me and says, "Listen, please, you have lunch with the president." Now, I didn't know if the president asked for me or they just asked me to sit with him.
Oh, you must have.
It was the most enjoyable lunch I've had. I had 2 hours with him.
Wow.
I mean, you know, who can tell you you've had lunch, a little old guy like me, with the president? I mean, you know, it's something unique, it's nice.
He knows.
I've had lunch with the Aga Khans, I've had lunch with the President Kikwete, I've had lunch, I mean, I brought you a picture, so I mean, you know.
I saw it, yeah, we're going to show it just now.
You should show it and let them know when I tell you these things,
Yeah.
is I'm not making them up.
You can't make this stuff up,
You
Sal.
understand?
You
Yeah.
cannot.
No.
I mean,
I can't.
it's incredible, yeah.
Let's and I'll show you what. And I sang a song.
And the Aga Khan loves your stuff, doesn't he? Thanks, man.
3 times I performed for the Aga Khan.
Yeah,
Now, you see?
which way? Which camera shall I use?
Yeah,
Which
so,
one?
right now,
it.
this is me with the new hairstyle, white. This is it. The Aga Khan here, Kikwete is here, the wife of Kikwete, Salma, is here, and this is Amin Kurji, who is the Aga Khan man in Tanzania. Like Jan Mohammed is a man here in Kenya. There.
And the Aga Khan loves your stuff.
Listen, 3 times I performed for him. Now, if he doesn't love you, I performed for him during when he became like Aga Khan.
Look at that, he's smiling, man.
So, yeah,
he's smiling.
he loves me. We stop and he talks.
Come on.
You know, I'm telling you. So I mean,
HH.
Listen, that's what I did. I took a song and I changed it a bit to suit him for that particular evening.
How'd it go?
Karibuni Tanzania, ni nchi ya jua, jambo jambo Karim, jambo jambo Aga Khan, and he loved it. And I written a song for Jakaya Kikwete, you know, ni baba hodari, Jakaya Kikwete, wengine washauri, mambo ya kisiasa, Jakaya mzuri, tunampenda sana, Baba CCM, that is their party. Baba CCM, na yeye Jakaya. So that is a president.
Yeah.
And he's a friend.
Sure.
You understand?
Yeah.
Jakaya would pass by, he would stop and he'd say, Sal, what are you doing? You know, and he knows only one of my songs. Unchain My Heart. He knows that song.
It's a good song.
Baby Set Me Free. That's one song of mine that he knows. Unchain My Heart. So anyway, I mean, you know, those kind of things.
Are you going to perform a song for our president?
Well, yeah. Listen, don't get me in trouble now, Jeff. You know, you come up with all these questions that get you in trouble. Now, at that lunch,
Yes.
there was Mama also.
First Lady.
First Lady, Mama Margaret. You know, I didn't know that she was involved in the AIDS thing. I didn't know. I said to her, listen, your predecessor, Mama, was Lucy, and she was involved with this AIDS thing, and I wrote a song for Lucy. And then I was friendly with Raila, and that created a problem for me, and I didn't get the contract. Because what I was going to do is to do the awareness of AIDS. You see, people don't realize these things by creating an awareness. If I did a song and travel, I don't like now what you're doing now. Jeff, this is the best thing you've ever done. Coming to Pwani now. Every day in Nairobi, people have to come to a hotel there. No. Now you're here. You're telling me you're going to go to Turkana. You're telling me you're going to go to Mombasa. This is the best thing you could ever done for this show.
Take it to the people.
Exactly. This is a people's show anyway. Take it to the people. I mean, that's what I was always drumming to them. That awareness.
Yeah.
So I wrote a song. Now Kibaki was, still is a friend. I haven't seen him for a long time now, but I played a lot of golf with Kibaki. Now, when Lucy said to me, see, Kibaki wanted to send me as an ambassador, would you believe that?
Where to?
He said the Arab world, because I lived in the Arab world.
Yeah, you speak that language.
I wrote songs for Dubai, you know. Back in Dubai, there's a sun, and it shines there all the time. So I'm pretty well known.
Is there anything you don't sing about, Sam?
No,
Hold that thought, because I want to hear about this AIDS song.
Yeah.
And how you took it forward with the First Lady.
I will tell you.
All right?
I'm here.
You didn't answer my question. Are you going to sing for the president?
Yes.
You make a song?
I'm going to make a song.
How's it going to go?
I can't tell you right now, because then they would invite me.
Hold that thought, my friend. Sal Davis, folks. My goodness, talk about a walking, talking legend. He is, no doubt. And that's what we're doing on this Thursday at Pwani University.